Okay, we're going to talk about progressive overload now. If you guys are familiar with the gym, this is a very clear, most of you probably know what this is. And that's kind of where this principle comes from for me personally, but it affects every area of life. I want you guys to think about the idea that we oftentimes overestimate what we can do in a day and underestimate what we can do in a year. And we often overestimate what we can do in a year, but not in 10 years. The impact that you can have in that amount of time. So I really want you guys to think about that because most people start on goals and they have so many things they try to implement at once. They're like, I'm going to implement 100 things into my day, and I'm going to do proper breathing. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to go read 20 pages of a book. I'm going to walk the dog. And the point is, they put too much stuff in at once. And what ends up happening is they quit on their goals. I've seen this time and time and time again. You quit on your goals because you overloaded yourself too quickly. It's the idea that you have let's just say like a bench press, and you're like, I'm gonna bench press 500 pounds. But you can only really bench press 200 right now. So what you do is you stack on 300 and it crushes you and you die. No. But what happens is we get so discouraged. We're like, oh, I'm not making any progress, or I'm trying to do so many things at once that we never slowly build and acclimate to the stress on our system. And what's going to happen is over time, in the same way that if I can only lift 200 pounds for 5 reps, if I do that, I go to failure. The next week, I go to failure again, same weight. I'm probably going to be able to increase the reps and the weight over time because your body adapts to the pressure. So that's what I want you to do when you're setting your goals. You have whatever your big goal is, a complete life change in some area. Well, don't think about the 100 things you need to do to perfect that goal today. Start doing one thing, and then once that becomes normalized, then you can move on to the next. I like to think about it with when your morning routine. A lot of people, you don't actively are thinking like, oh my gosh, I have to brush my teeth, or I have to eat some food, I have to drink some water. Like a lot of times you just do it naturally because you're already at that level. Like you've already attained that level of stress. Whereas if you have 100 things to do on your to-do list, it really can impede your achievement because it's like so overwhelming, like dropping 500 pounds on you when you can only do 200. It's just too much. So you got to build up. We live in a culture, it's tough. Our culture is very much like, get it quick, get it now. We watch Disney Plus, and there is constant ads, which we had to pay some extra money so we didn't have those ads. But the ads were always almost every time had to do with weight loss ads for different drugs you can take or problems that you're having with your body. And it was like, man, this is like always the ads we see. And it's okay, I inject myself or take a pill, and then I will be able to get rid of this problem I have. And the thing that's toxic about that idea is like, you're getting something with no effort. Always a bad idea. If you're giving nothing, you're going to get nothing in return, and you're getting something very valuable in return. There's usually something that, like the law of compensation doesn't really like that. If you've heard of Emerson, he talks about the law of compensation. And you've never really built a way of life to help you achieve your goal. You just got the goal, and then as soon as you stop taking the thing or getting the thing, now you have no idea how to even maintain it because your whole life you never did the work to structure. And that's what we're building the infrastructure by progressively overloading our system so that we're not too overwhelmed. But we're skipping this get it quick mentality because in the end, that's really going to have a negative impact. And there's, you could probably think of so many people that set a quick goal, they get the goal, and they go right back. And this is why we're trying to build this system out and using this principle. A great example from my own life is with running, okay? So many times I try to increase the miles too quickly and I get injured. All the time, because I'm impatient. I'm like, I want to get this fitness as fast as possible. And rather than focusing and saying, you know what, I'm going to go slow and steady, I'm going to build myself up, I'll go too quickly and get an injury. And it comes down to impatience and wanting it now. But I'm always compensated for that with an injury, the impatience. And there's countless examples you could probably take from your own life and from mine that where we do that. So what the principle is, consistency plus time equals results. It's not talent, it's not luck, it's not whatever. It's the equation is just like consistently good habits, increasing in difficulty over time. And as time progresses, you're going to get great results. It's just like a law of life. You'll see it in any area. I started a business. I'm a scuba diver, and I help teach scuba diving. And I remember the things that were really difficult for me on day one, I don't even worry about now in teaching. And that's what comes from, you know, it was super difficult, and then I progressively overloaded until now those things are normal and easy for me to accomplish. It's the idea like character is built on the way. So, yeah, we're trying to get acclimated. We're not trying to just get it done. Another idea, we're going to go back to the tree analogy. The best time, guys, to start is today. Oftentimes, we look back and we're like, man, I should have planted the tree 20 years ago, okay? But you have to remember the second best time is to plant it today. So think of yourself in 5 years and say, what's the thing that I did 5 years ago that has now gotten me so much success in the area that I wanted? Oftentimes, regret about the past pulls your energy away from execution. It clouds your mind. This is a common one for me, is like, oh man, I should have done this, I didn't do that. Now I feel ashamed that I shouldn't have done it. Now that causes me to procrastinate on what I need to do in the future, and then I just want to give up and die, right? You know. But yeah, I had a real life scenario of this with cryptocurrency. Like I was like kind of too afraid really to like get into the market. I didn't know enough. And instead of going and reducing the fear from influx of knowledge, I just stayed ignorant. And then it's like you look back, you're like, man, I could have made a lot of money if I would have done things back in the day. But what do? Okay, do I take that now, okay, dwell on that and be worried and okay, I missed out and I missed my opportunity in life and now I'm stuck? Or do you frame it and say, you know what, I made a mistake. Guess what I'm gonna do now? Take action and execute. I'm gonna spend my energy taking action and executing. So the reframe is super important. Where do I wanna be in 5 years? Okay, well in 5 years, myself then, what is he gonna be thankful for, or she gonna be thankful for what I did today? A key thought I want you to think of is believe you can create something awesome over time, okay? You have to believe it. You have to believe that like, if I just start doing these little tasks and it's hard right now, but it's gonna get easier. And then you're gonna move up again. It's hard then, it's gonna get easier. The classic thing is, when you run the 2 mile, the 2 mile is always just as hard, but you get faster and faster every time you do it. The more and more you practice, you train. The 2 mile, it feels really hard, but the amount that you can accomplish in the time that you used to be able to do always is going up when you're training. You don't need to see the whole staircase. You just need to take one step, guys. Just start taking a step, taking another step, taking another step. People who win, guys, people who accomplish big goals do it through consistency. I didn't go from, you know, sitting on my couch and then a month later running 100 miles. It took years of consistent effort in gaining my fitness level and growth and in other little mile markers to be able to get to that spot where I was able to do that, or to start a business, or to have the confidence to go do some of the things that I've gotten to do. It came from those little steps going up. So, action step. We're back to action, baby. What's something I can start doing today that when I look back in 20 years, I'll thank myself and say, I'm thankful that on such and such a date, I started doing X. Or I removed X from my life at this date to help me start moving in a forward, positive direction. Write it down. Be specific. Identify small versions of those actions that say, hey, what's that little action I can start doing? Don't wait for the right time. Just execute, guys. Don't get caught up on someday island. Okay? Don't be caught up on someday island. Someday I'm going to do X, Y, Z. Take some kind of action today. The right time is now. Post about it. Take a picture of your journal where you write it down. Post about it. Drop it in the community. We want to hear what you're doing, what you're going to start today that in 20 years you're going to look back and thank yourself. Say, 20 years ago, Jaden, I'm thankful that you did that. So that's what we're going to work on right now. Do that action step, and then we'll see you in the next video.